Okay. So, good morning, or should I say good evening, once again. It's me, the Locker Officer MNL48, to bring you another reaction video. Yes, you've just seen my Negastar reaction. I think you've noticed that there's kind of like a lackluster of excitement of it. Yeah, much like when I did the River reaction video. There seemed to be a lack of excitement since I missed the premiere, the live premiere, and do the live reaction to it. Same way that I'm feeling now with doing the Negastar since I missed the live premiere. Okay, so I decided in the same way, I did a follow-up reaction video after that MV reaction. For the river, I did a reaction video for the spotlighted Bray. So this one, I'm going to do another spotlight reaction video on one of the members. Okay, so this member, I would say she's a borderline Oshi. Yeah, I mean, she's not one of my favorites, but she is kind of growing on me, especially since she first debuted with the group. Okay, so haven't noticed on the title, it is actually MNL48 Amy. Yes. So before I go into her reaction video, or what video I'm going to be reacting uh, on her for the spotlight, let me give my thoughts on Amy. Okay, so when Amy debuted an interactive live, I was kind of annoyed at her, really, because for one thing, I think I already talked this before in the my interactive live review. I think it was on part one. Yeah, part one or part two. Maybe part one. So yeah, it was because and during that particular episode where she first appeared, uh, she was going like this a lot, trying to read the comments uh, of the uh, of the viewers of Interactive Live, and that kind of annoyed me because I mean, why don't you wear glasses, Amy? And if you can't read it properly, let the others read it for you because yeah, it was kind of annoying for me. She's always doing that a lot. Yeah, but later on, she started wearing glasses. I guess in future episodes of Interactive Live. But yeah, and I kind of noticed what also kind of like annoyed me was like she was kind of noisy. Yeah, she talked a lot. hmm Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of like it gave me a negative impression of her. Yeah, since being a second generation member of ML48. Okay, yeah. So yeah, but later on, I guess through the days and the months of seeing her, okay, I guess she started to grow on me, you know, and I guess she kind of like matured a bit. She controlled her. I guess she found ways to control her behavior, or at least work out her flaws. Okay, so like I said, she started wearing glasses during the interactive live episode, so she could properly read the comments on the big screen, wherever that is. And yeah, and I guess I also kind of like enjoyed the stories of her when she went to Japan with the other members, and how she was almost like the baby of the group, uh, more baby than Colleen from what former ML48 Rance was talking about in that particular episode of Interactive Live. I believe it's episode 89 or 90. Yeah, but yeah, and now that she's achieved so much being part of the Senbatsu for River, as well as being part of the subunit Baby Blue. Yeah, which uh, which is almost like a generation thing in a way, since Jan was first. I mean, Colleen is first, but she was part of Kenkyusei. I got promoted, and then Amy being part of second generation. Yeah. So these three members being part of Baby Blue. Yeah. So that's an amazing sub unit that I didn't think that would actually be formed, but they did, and and they're at their peak right now. Maybe not their peak yet, but they're getting there, especially since they're pretty popular in Japan. Yeah. Okay. So okay, I guess I talked about Amy enough. So the spotlight video that I'm going to feature Amy, okay, is that she released a couple of days ago, in which she talks about the River Senbatsu and how she was left behind. Okay, okay, I think I'm pretty sure all of you have watched it, so I'm gonna react to that particular uh, story she made. I think she did it on Instagram. Okay. Okay, I think I saw a small snippet of it a couple of days ago, but I believe this is the more longer version of her story. And yeah, and it was funny and sad at the same time. Okay. And I guess in a way to make Amy feel better if she's watching this, I'll tell you like maybe three stories of being left behind. One of them was mine, my mom's story of being left behind, and an actual idol, which is from Nogizaka 46, who also got left behind. Okay, so let's watch Amy's left behind story first. Okay, all right. So without further ado, let's react. Okay. Okay.
Story time with RIVER Senbatsu. Alam niyo ba, binibilang ba? Nakalimutan nila ako kanina.
Got it.
Tapos kasi kami kanina. Tapos, pangalawa ko sa, ay hindi, tama, pangalawa ko sa pinakahuli. So, sabay kami ni Jamie. Tapos, nung ako na, nagulat ako. Parang gulat, ganon. Nung ako na, nung time ko na, nasira, nag-error yung tinatype ng babae. So, kailangan niyang ulitin. So, ako, okay lang naman sa akin. Kahit na nahuli na ako. Nauna ako nun actually kay Jamie. Bandang huli, nauna pa si Jamie sa akin. Tapos, pagkatapos ni Jamie, tapos nang interviewing si Jamie, tapos na rin siyang iswab test. Doon pa lang ako pinatayo ng babae. Eh di palakad na ako. Habang naglalakad ako, nagugulat ako kasi nagsisitayuan na silang lahat. Sabi ko, baka magsi-CR silang lahat? So, nung umupo ako, isa-swab test na ako, nagulat ako, nagpaalam na sila. MNL48, maraming salamat po. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, ano to? Tapos, di ko masyadong inintindi kasi akala ko, hintayin nila ako. Pero hindi. Iniwan nila ako. Nakalimutan nila na may Amy pa. Ewan ko, ano mapipili ko? Feeling ko hindi nila napansin na nandun ako. Pero wala lang. Medyo na ano lang ako na. Alam niyo sa TikTok yung yung howlong ganito-ganyan na parang hindi mo na-notice na nandun ka sa likod nila. Feeling ko nila lang mo na-notice pag nakidnap ako, B. Tapos chinat ako ni Ate Jan. Tinawagan pala niya ako. Sabi ko, ate, saan kayo? Sabi ni Ate Jan, hala, hindi ko naman napansin na wala ka pala.
Okay.
Tapos hinatid na namin sila, brace.
Where's the manager?
Sila ganito, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos napansin ko, bumaba na silang lahat. Tapos ikaw wala. Wala ka sa tabi ko.
Wala silang handler.
Hindi na ako ganyan. Saan kayo? Naliligaw na ako. Lesson learned. Huwag kang magpapahuli. Mauna ka nang matapos kung ano mang gagawin niyo ng mga tropa niyo. Magpauna ka na. Dahil di ka nila aantayin. Tapos yung mga tao sa paligid ko, wala ko, naman si Amy, iniwan.
It's so sad.
Sa loob-loob ko, wag po akong ganyanin kasi mas lalo ko naiiyak. Well, I pray to God. Alam nyo, nung nagpapaalam na sila, MNL48, maraming salamat po. Gusto kong sabihin dun sa nagtutusok, kuya, tusukin mo na hanggang brain. Tusukin mo na ilong ko, kuya. Pag ako lumaki, hindi nyo na ako maiwan kasi makikita nyo lang. Hindi na ako malit. Iigil ako. Makikita nyo ang ganda ng isang api.
I mean, she has justifiable anger.
Antay ko lang po. Okay lang po. Tagal na. Okay na pa yata si Francis sa Mindanao. Yung mga ganon. Ayun ba yung mga ganon? Nagtataksi na sana ako eh. So yun, napanood ko yung story ni Amy. Why naman kasi huwag ka mag-alala eh. Kapag ako yung kasama mo,
You're part of the Senbatsu. You were there.
nakikita nga natin.
Di ba si Lainey parang Senbatsu hindi napansin? So, hey, Ruth. Ruth again. Okay, Ice. Oh, okay. So yeah, there you go. That ends Amy's Left Behind story. Okay. God, that is so sad. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. Because I mean, I guess I know how Amy's feeling. Yeah, because I've been left behind before. Oh, but then again, I think it was like 22. Actually, when I got left behind, this was okay. So I'm gonna go to the story. Oh, before that, I'm not sure if Jan was able to tell you that she was almost left behind too, like she and Kay. Yeah, when they were at the Movie Stars Cafe. I actually did a reaction video of that because they were doing a Pag-ibig fortune cookie dance challenge, and they're like dancing, and everyone was up on the bus or the shuttle to take them back to the mansion. And if it weren't for the handler, probably they would have been left behind or the manager. Yeah. So during the tail end of their dance, the PFC dance challenge, the manager came to their room where they were doing it, and I guess she was telling them that they're about to go, and they just finished up the dance and started like running out of the room because I guess they were the only two members left at the Movie Stars Cafe. So yeah, so thanks to the manager, they weren't left behind. So I was kind of wondering during that day when they did the swab test that Amy's talking about, how come no manager or handler noticed that Amy didn't get on the bus or the shuttle or whatever? Yeah, so I was kind of wondering there, how come they didn't do a head count? I mean, it was the Senbatsu of Rivers to be 16. I'm not sure if all of them were actually were there. Uh, there's not much details on it because I noticed, especially Unitel and Lainey was talking about how she wouldn't have left Amy behind. So I'm not sure if Lainey was part of that group and she forgot, or maybe she wasn't there at all. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So just to make you feel better, Amy, let me tell you about three lost stories. Okay. So the first one is mine. Okay. So I was pretty old when this happened. So it happened here in the US. So my dad, my mom, and a family friend who was visiting. Okay. So we all went to the mall. Yeah. This was back then when you still live in an apartment, not this house. Okay. So yeah, so I accompanied them, and they did their own thing. I did my own thing at the mall because I'm not. They have different interests than I do. Yeah, usually I go to a bookstore, read some books, or go to a video store and just check out the videos there to see if I want to buy something. Okay, so I think it was an hour later. Okay, so I couldn't find them at the usual stores. uh, I decided to find them, yeah. So I couldn't find them usual stores. So I'm assuming they maybe went to the car and waited for me. Okay. So I went to the parking lot where the car is. The car's supposed to be. And it's gone. Yeah. My dad's car was gone. Okay. And so in my thought, oh, they left me behind. Okay. So it was a good thing that at the mall, at least here in the mall, there's like a bus line. All I had to do was go to the bus, ride the bus, and it'll take me straight uh, to where we live. Okay, so yeah, if I didn't have any money, probably that would be a problem. But then again, I probably would have walked if that was the situation. And then I mean, I've done that several times, especially when at work when my car's in the shop. I'd actually walk home, and sometimes I believe the longest I've walked back home was like 2 hours. Yeah. So yeah. So that's happened. So yeah. So that's my left behind story. Okay. So second story, my mom's story. Okay. So uh, this was like a Sunday. So uh, me, my brothers, and my mom, we just came from church, and dad was in his own car. So we decided to eat out at a Chinese restaurant. Okay. So all of us were in the van. I was the driver. Yeah. My dad went in his own car, and we met there. So we ate. We had fun. Okay. So this happened. So they were talking. My mom and dad talked about going to the mall. Okay, the same mall that I got left behind because it was pretty close to the Chinese restaurant that we were eating at. Okay, so they talked about that they were going to the mall, just the two of them. Okay, so the rest of us, me, my younger brother, and my two older brothers, they're going in the van with me to go home. Okay, so we went home. Okay, okay. So when we got home to our apartment, the phone rang. Okay, so I picked it up, and it was my mom. She said that my dad left her behind at the Chinese restaurant. And, what? Like what? Like, ano nangyari? Akala ko punta kayo sa mall. Ganyan. Eh, yung pala, uh, I guess I'll do Tagalog at this point. Okay, so sabi niya na, uh, nag-CR siya sa restaurant. Tapos nilabas daddy ko, hindi niya nakita mami ko. So akala niya, sumabay na siya sa amin. Pauwi sa bahay, sa apartment. So, umuwi na rin siya. So, yung mami ko, nakita yung dad ko, pa-drive na, nung paalis na siya ng kotse, hinabol pa kanya, naka-highs pa mami ko. Hinabol niya. Hindi siya nakita ng daddy ko, naiwan siya doon. Tapos nakita tuloy siya ng staff ng restaurant na, what happened? Ganon. Yun, sinabi niya na, my husband left me. Yeah, but the staff was kind of kind. One of the waiters actually offered her a ride to take her back home. Okay. No, but she decided to just use the phone and call the apartment and call me to pick her up. Okay. Okay, this is a funny situation because mom and dad already talked to her that they were going to the mall, and that when he didn't see her outside, he quickly assumed that she she rode with us back home, even though they talked that they were supposed to go to the mall. Okay, yeah, so that's how impatient my dad was. Yeah, yeah, my dad actually passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah, but yeah, that's one of those many. I have many stories of my dad doing stuff like that. But yeah, that's one of the, I guess, funny left behind stories that my mom has. Okay, so the third story, as I mentioned, the idol, an idol who got left behind. Okay, her story was actually featured in. Oh yeah, so she's a member of Nogizaka 46. Yeah, and her name is Hina Higuchi. Okay, so this kind of like featured in an episode of their show, uh, Nogizaka Kojichu, which in English is Nogizaka Under Construction. Okay, so they're doing stories about like sad stories, and then they were gonna rank them on how sad they are. Okay, for Higuchi's story, this is how she told it. So after taping one of the shows for Under Construction, she felt like she didn't do well on the show because I guess how do you call this? She didn't do her best to be featured more in the episode. Okay. So yeah, so after taping, all the members usually go downstairs and ride their shuttle and take them to where they're living at, or yeah, take them home. Well, usually it's like for these idols because they live in different prefectures. They usually stay at a place where it's almost like I guess a condo or boarding house or an apartment where they stay at. Okay, so the shuttle will take them there. Okay, so everyone was going down. Higuchi decided to talk to her manager, okay, regarding her sad feelings about the taping of the show. Okay, so everyone went down, not her, so she wanted to talk to the manager. So yeah, so the manager reassured her that there are going to be times like this, and that just do your best, do your best. The next episode's taping, okay. And then the manager told her to, okay, go run downstairs and join the others so you could go home and take some rest. Okay, so yeah, so she ran downstairs, down to the lobby where the shuttle is supposed to be. Okay, so this was like I think there's like around I think they're taping since usually their taping ends I guess late into the night. Okay, So she went down the lobby, she opened the doors, and the shuttle was not there. And all she could say was like, "Oh, I got left behind." Okay, so yeah, so almost everything came to a point where she was really sad. Okay, the taping didn't go well, and now she got left behind, and no one noticed her that she was on the shuttle, and the shuttle just left. Okay, so that's almost like what a day, like that all this thing like came crashing down on her, and now no one even noticed that she was on the shuttle, much like Amy, no one noticed that she was on the bus, I guess, which was kind of weird. But yeah, so yeah, it's kind of sad, but there's kind of like a happy ending with Higuchi's story. Okay, so she was there, almost crying, being left behind. She just because she knows the shuttle will come back, but she doesn't know how long it's gonna take. Since I guess they have to, the shuttle has to like go around to where the girls live or where they're staying at. Okay, so then she heard a voice behind her, like I think so, like Hina-chan, what's wrong? Turned out it was the owner of the restaurant or the canteen in the building where uh, they shoot their show. Okay, so it was a kind old man who they know pretty well because they eat they eat at the restaurant or the canteen there. Yeah, and she told him about, she got left behind, all that, like everything that happened to her that day, and the restaurant owner became mad for her, like, why did they leave you behind like that? How come they didn't notice that you were on the bus or the shuttle like that? So so this kind old man like waited with her because it's like I guess pretty late into the night usually tapings like that for in Japan. Yeah. So he waited her till the shuttle came by, and when the shuttle came, the old man gave her some snacks, to take home with her. So it's pretty happy with that, to make he made her feel better like that. Mm. So yeah, so I guess uh, even the host when they heard the story, and I mean it started out sad, but it came out like a happy ending in a way because she was able to feel better towards the end. So yeah, there you go. I forgot the episode number if you'd like to watch that particular episode of Nogizaka Under Construction. Yeah, there's several sad stories there, but this was the left behind story that I wanted to tell to tell you. So I mean, you're not the only idol, Amy, that got left behind, and you weren't the first. Okay, and hopefully you won't be the last. Okay, so I hope you feel better about yourself. I mean, it's just kind of like hard to imagine why the members just forgot about you. Okay, and I guess you can jump to your own conclusions to why. And I do hope that it doesn't happen again because, like I said, it's funny. Your story is funny, but sad at the same time. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm laughing this way because I'm just I guess I could share your experience in some way in that I sympathize with you. Okay, so okay, so with that, I guess I could say that keep your chin up, Amy. I mean, you're not. Don't think of yourself as being on the bottom end of the totem pole regarding your status within the group. So always do your best. Ganbate. Okay. All right. So yeah. So there you go. So uh, I did enjoy watching that, even though it's sad. But at least I got to spotlight you in this reaction video of mine. Okay. So okay, I hope you enjoyed it, especially those stories that I uh, that I talked about. Okay, so I guess that ends the reaction video spotlighting MNL48 Amy. Okay, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And with that, let me do the usual I guess, ending in a way that I usually do with the spotlight videos. Okay, if you have an MNL48 Oshi you'd like me to feature in one of my spotlight reaction videos or the series that I'm doing, please do leave in the comments. And who knows, your Oshi might become my Oshi. Okay. Okay, bye bye now.